Welcome to Meet Me at the Deli, a food advice podcast where the pickles and slaw are always free. I'm Liz.
And I'm Jeffrey. Every episode, we're answering your burning food and culinary questions, and we're sharing our stories and insights from years working in the industry and living in our self-made shtetl. Liz, I've got a quick question for you. You are wearing a shirt that says Slurper on it.
You might know that I have a long-standing party that I throw, separate from what you and I do together, and this party is called Queer Soup Night, and our chapter in Austin screen printed these shirts. It felt right for a podcast. It felt like something the world should see, and of course, because we make soup, we slurp.
Very quickly, I did want to tell you, last week, I came to the Lower East Side. I took my family to the Tenement Museum, my niece and nephews.
Oh, you told me you were going to do that. How'd it go?
And I gave them sort of that Lower East Side tourism experience. And the thing I was going to tell you is we actually started out by going to Elbow Bread. And which is a wonderful bakery in Dime
Pretty
Square.
New, yeah.
Pretty new, and got them knishes and bialys and all that. And my sister was like, "This is the best knish I've ever had."
Could you just tell me what flavor knishes you had?
I think there's like one main knish flavor.
Okay.
And it was just like
It's like a
potato. There's some dill in there. There's some garlic and onion.
Nice.
It's a really nice knish.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it the flaky dough or the pastry dough?
It's a flakier dough. So
Flakier
some
dough
knish
than we
purists
do.
might say,
Yeah.
Is it a real knish? It's a fantastic knish.
Okay.
It's a great bite.
I'm coming to NYC this spring, and I know a lot of the old delis have closed. What are your favorites that are still open? Where should I eat? From Steve in San Diego.
So we haven't talked about this specific question in a while. Like, where would you send Steve?
It's a good question. Okay, so you know that I grew up in Long Island, and the deli that I grew up eating in, Lido Kosher Deli, still open and thriving. So for me, I would say, Steve, if you happen to be on Long Island with some family, check it out. You and I have a history of taking people to Second Avenue Deli. Mm-hmm. I will say that is a standard. For me, the thing I like about Second Avenue Deli is you are going to have the deli experience, the Jewish deli experience that is not dissimilar to what you might have had decades ago.
So I think it depends, and the reason I think this is a difficult question is it depends on what kind of deli experience you want to have. Do you want to go and have like this classic New York, experience that brings you back to the history? Katz's is Katz's for a reason. Katz's
so good.
Like over 100 years old. Really the last deli of that era. It's now the oldest deli in the country. Can I say that it'll be like the best deli experience overall? But it's a very particular kind of deli, and you go and you get these tickets when you walk in, and it feels great.
Don't lose the ticket.
That said, it is super touristy, and that cannot be what you want. One of my favorites when I get to go, I usually when I go to the beach, when I find myself deeper into Brooklyn, is I love the Mill Basin delicatessen in Mill Basin. It is not a fancy deli. It's not a deli you're going to necessarily write home about. It's a deli that you're going to enjoy. You're going to feel like you're part of a neighborhood, and you're going to get honestly, they've got a nice lunch special, 2 hot dogs and a knish. It's a good affordable thing. But you can get a sandwich, get a bowl of matzo ball soup, get something there. But it feels. It feels like it's a deli that is serving the community where it sits. And that's something that I feel like you can't really say that about the behemoth that is Katz's.
Is there any newer institution that we would want to highlight for Steve?
If we kind of think beyond the traditional deli. And we think about deli foods, I'd say you want to go get a great knish, go to Elbow Bread.
Go to Elbow Bread.
That's the best knish in New York, I would say. Yeah,
Right.
and a really good bialy too.
Well, a good bialy is very hard to find, so.
Yeah. And again, not deli, but the luncheonette, S&P. It's a great spot. It's
Great. Steve, you're going to have an amazing trip. There is no shortage of incredible food to eat. Think about the experience you want to have, and I hope you have enough time to do all of it.
So this question comes from me. I love a Seder, but I'm always so hungry. Any tips for making it through?
Number 1. The fact that you're always so hungry makes me think, hey girl, have a snack before. Do what you need to do so that you can enjoy the Seder on your own, number 1. And that's just like basics, right? But I have some more practical thoughts on this topic also, which is that one of the things that I learned when I married into the family that I did is that we start snacking at karpas.
I would say, for my family, you're not supposed to eat matzah, like eat these, this flatbread. You're not supposed to eat that till the Seder.
Right, but you can eat
you're
other
not supposed to
things.
eat a full meal, but traditionally, but you can snack also. And like my family, we always served some. We always put out some chopped liver when people got there. We had some tam-tams, those little Manischewitz cracker things. We would essentially just have some crudité, things like that.
Yeah, it's called appetizers. It's crazy.
Who would have thought?
It's totally crazy. But again, you can just wait to eat those foods. You can still have appetizers. And I would say one of the things that I think is so important is that as a younger person, maybe you're being hosted by elders, this is your opportunity to say, hey, let's make this better. Let's innovate. Let's do something so that everyone's happier and more comfortable. So I don't know what your position, I don't know whose Seder you're at. If you're at your own Seder, please feel empowered to eat some appetizers. If you're at somebody else's Seder, maybe this is the year you offer to bring said appetizers.
You may vaguely remember me from your visit to Limud in Stockholm some years ago. Limud, by the way, is just a learning conference. I was the pickle man's son from the Bronx who told you about the Bronx pickle wars of the late 1930s.
Jeffrey, do you remember this guy? Yes or no, Jeffrey?
I will say this was 2014, I think. So this is a while ago. I do not. But
Okay.
I'm everything about this I love.
Okay.
I have a small favor to ask. My son Mike, now in his early 40s with wife and 2 kids, recently purchased a property not far from where we reside that gave him a sizable lawn. Last fall, he gave us a homegrown Halloween pumpkin, and this fall, a jar of kosher dill pickles. They were lovely pickles that almost tasted like those made by his grandfather. The problem is that he cannot buy kosher dill pickle spices. What do Swedes know about kosher dill pickles? Do you know of any firm that sells packets of pickle spices that he could add to the salt water to give them that Jewish taste? If you know anyone who packages them in those small packets I've seen in some supermarket spice counters during our previous visits to the US, I will gladly send them a check to cover the purchase and postage. I would love to buy your Gefilteria, but they're probably too difficult to ship overseas. Thank you in advance. Your friend, David. I'm wondering if he's looking and searching for one particular kind of pickle from one brand, or maybe like a very ubiquitous pickling spice, the McCormick pickling spice. So I'm wondering about that. But the other really funny thing about this is that I always, and we always do these workshops. We teach people how to make pickles.
Yep.
And I always say, anyone who's buying pickling spice, what are you doing? You've got all of the ingredients in your pantry. You've got all.
Right, it's basic. These are basic ingredients.
And we cannot send you pickling spices. We're going to give you the recipe. We'll send it and follow up to make sure that you just make a blend of your own, because the way we love to do it, I think our more full pickle recipe, we do a simple basic one that's just mustard seeds and peppercorns, black pepper and garlic dill and bay leaf. But we have one that's more complex that has coriander in it, that has some cinnamon stick, it has clove, and even I like to put cardamom in. So we'll give you a more complex one, but we're not going to ship to Stockholm.
David, let's keep in touch.
So it's that time. Liz, we made it. We're sliding into the vinyl seats at the deli, so each of us gets the chance to kvel or kvetch about a food we've been thinking about, or maybe share something that we're working on. Oh, this is a beautiful plate that says, Galicia.
Galicia.
Yeah.
Who manufactured this Galicia plate? Who bought it? Who brought it back? This is a tourist, teacup plate. It's like you've never seen an ad on the subway to go visit Galicia. You know what I mean? Like that's just not something that you would ever see. So I was kind of fascinated by even the existence of such a plate that I found in New York City in a free box on the street.
This is essentially a skewer of, I made a pickled onion, of schmaltz herring and homemade dill pickle. And I wanted to bring this to you, and I wanted to see you chomp down on one of these.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you for bringing that to me. Thank you for bringing me on the Lower East Side of New York some herring to eat, because that's a good day. Take our answers out into your life and bring us back the leftovers.